Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're looking at celebration items, and this I know is going to be one of the most popular ones, which is Hippos. Cute little characters. But what happens if you don't like hippos? You can get this for a qualifying order of £45. And you can get the dies, which are called Hippo Dies, again for a qualifying order of £45. So if you want both of them together, you have to spend £90 and you get them totally free. So you're not into hippos, you're not into cutesies. There are a lot of dies in here, and most of the dies have, or a lot of the dies have nothing to do with hippos. Yes, you've got the three outlines to die cut the hippos out, but you've got hearts, you've got flowers, you've got buckets or flower containers, you've got boats, you've got snorkels, you've got all sorts of other things that you can use if you don't want the hippo stamp set. And again, totally free, so you get all of these dies completely free for a £45 order. So I thought I would show you two ways of using these dies. And the ones I've used are the flowers, the little sort of century flower part, which looks like this, the greenery, which is here, and the hearts. So this die cuts out 3 hearts. So that's what we're using today. And we're going to create some hopefully pretty cards. So I'm going to do 2. The first one I'm going to do, I've chosen an accent colour. So I've got my bases. Let me show you my bases. I've got this one, which is in the Tahitian Tide, and I've just used the colour and contour dies to die cut it out, and I've got this centre part, and I've done the bucket in coordinating paper, so you can see how it's all going to plan and go that way. And then I've done one in the starry sky. I had some scrappy pieces over, so I basically just put that in on the back to give me a background. And on this one, I'm using the scallop circle dies. So we're going to have that one in here, that one in there, and we're going to have the bucket on top of there, and we're going to have the flowers coming up. So I think we'll start with this one. And what I need to do is to start off with is to put my circle, and I've used the scallops. So they are the layering circle dies. And you've got scallops and you've got plain circles, and you can obviously mix and match, which is rather good. So you can do them all plain, or you can have a scallop and a plain, which I quite like to do sometimes. So this is going to go in on here, gives a nice big border as well, so you get to see your designer series paper in there. And then we're going to have the bucket in on top. Now, this one, I think I'm going to have it all stuck down, and we're going to have the flowers on this one, I think. So let's just stick this down with some wet glue. And we're going to put it down fairly near the bottom because we want to have quite a few flowers in on there. And then the tool that you really need is your Take Your Pick tool, because it is absolutely perfect. It's got putty on one end, and it's really great for picking up little tiny pieces. So I am going to put on here the flowers, and let me just have a look and see how I'm going to put them. I think I'm just going to put quite a few blobs of glue on, just in sort of a pattern like that, and maybe a couple just coming over the top like that. Then I can start building it up. So we want a bit of greenery, so I'm just going to put, to start off with, just a bit of greenery maybe there, and we'll have another piece of greenery just down on there, because the other bits are going to come over the top. So this is just going to sort of poke through. So I might have to put some extra pieces on there. Let's have a large purpley one. I'll put that there. And a large pink one. And a large purple. Excuse me. Concentrating now. So I then want some, just make sure I've got a little bit of glue in on just here. A little bit on there and a little bit on there, because we want them to be able to stick on nicely. So we now want I'm going to use a little blue one here and a little blue one there. And then I can put some of these little pieces here. Have I got each one of the colours? Yes, I have. So I think I might put some, oh, I don't want that on there, do we? We want something that coordinates in on there. So let's have the pink one. So the pink one there with a little sort of flowery piece on there. And then probably this one down on there, which is quite nice. And say it's sort of about playing around and building things up and deciding how high you want them and how many you want them to sort of overlap. I think I do want a few to overlap, because I think that will excuse me, will look quite nice. And I could put a little tiny bit of, let me use a tiny bit of dimension on a couple of these. So grab my dimensionals out, and this is where it doesn't matter which size you're going to use, because you're not going to actually use a whole piece. Let me grab my scissors. Here we go. Right, so I'm going to just take a tiny little piece off the edge here. It's got to be really small for this. So if I take a little edge piece, and then I want the smaller ones, I think. So we'll have, because we haven't got the smaller ones in, so we'll have a small purple, a small pink, and a small Tahitian tide. And then I just need to put a little tiny piece up on here. Let's get 3 pieces off. And these are very, very small, but they should just about work for me. Take that, and of course they've stuck already, haven't they? Let's take the other side. It's a warm day today, so I've just taken this off, and it's just, come on. Could actually put a little glue dot rolled up, but you can use your, there we go. You can use your take your pick tool without it flying across. That was coming out as a, you can see how I struggle with my hands, but that's just me. So I've taken one off on that side, but you can see how good the take your pick tools are, because you can just literally take these tiny little pieces off, and they're so small that they will give a little bit of definition and height, but they won't show, and that's what you want. So, and they are very strong, so even though we're using a tiny weeny little piece like this, it is going to make quite a difference just in the height. So let's just take the top of that one off. Okay, so oops, that one stuck to me. So we'll have that one in on here over the top. We'll have this one in here over the top. And we'll have this one in down on the centre, I think, over the top. I've got 3 up like that. That's quite good. Now we need another couple coming in underneath. So we can take that one in on there, and we can have, I think, this one. No, I'm going to have the purple in underneath. So let's just take this. I'm going to do this one with glue, and again, you can either glue the paper or your cardstock, or you can glue this. So that one is going to tuck in under here like that, and this one can come in just over the top like that. Okay, so that's got our flowers on there, but I want to jazz them up just a little bit. So I have got some, I can use these ones because they're out, so you can use any colour that you want. These are my champagne rhinestones because I think they're quite pretty. They give sort of a champagne look, slightly sort of goldy pink, but they are quite pretty. So just take those out, and we want to put, these are the small ones, so we're going to have them just in on the centre of these little flowers to just jazz them up a bit. You can see that they've got a little circle in the centre of them anyway, so, and you don't have to put them in on all of them, only the ones that are actually showing through. So that one is. That one is. You see, I'd be completely lost without this Take Your Pick tool, because it does allow you to pick up all your little rhinestones and things quite easily. So have we got, can't see that one in there, you can see that one there, and I think we can probably see this one just tucked in underneath. We'll see. Yes, just there. Oh, and we've got one there as well. So you can just dot a few about if you want to, or you can put one on the centre of each one, which I quite like. So then you've got your lovely twinkly sparkles on there, and then that is going to go in on the centre of here like that, and we can put that up with dimensionals, or we can put it flat. And then I've just chosen a couple of sentiments, so I've got that with much love, and I think I would probably put it on there in over the top of the bucket. I think will look quite nice, won't it? Or I can put it down at the bottom so that it balances it out a little bit. I'll think about it. I can't work out which way I'm going to put it on yet, but that gives you, as I say, a beautiful card using the little dies. So let's go on to the second one, and this is going to be the, so we've done the flowers, so I can move these out of the way because I don't want to do those anymore. I want to do the hearts this time. So this is going to have the bucket, and again I am just going to glue it in. I've got quite a lot of layers on here anyway, so I don't want too many, because again you then get stuck with the next level on postage. So if you want to keep your postage fairly reasonable, then just you know, make sure you haven't got too many layers going on. If you're hand delivering it, then that's absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to put this down in on the bottom, making sure that it's fairly centered like that, and then we can build this one up, and we're going to have the hearts. So not quite sure how I'm going to do these hearts. I think I might have them coming up in sort of like, let me have a look and see. Just wondering whether I want to do them in I think I'm going to have them that way actually, and then just bring them in because we've got little ones in there as well. So it's always better to start with your centre because then you can get it reasonably straight. So these ones are going to be easy to just glue on. So let's put some glue in on here, and we'll put this up at the top. Put the next one in. So this is going to be more uniform, shall we say. And we'll put these in either side. I'm not going to use the blues, I don't think, on this because I think 3 is enough colour-wise. Don't think we want any more. So, and they're quite nice with the slightly more pastel against the vibrant blue. I think that works quite well. And then what I do with my little bits that are over, I will put them in a little bag and just keep them in the case, so that then if I need just a little bit of extra something, I've always got something. So that can come in like that. Right, now we need to do the little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4 little ones. So let me just do 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Let's see how those are going to go. So purple. Oh, I think I've got, don't think that got the corner bit cut out. Let's take that one. So that's that, and then a little one. Then the blue. And a little one. And the pink, polished pink. Oops. Take that one round a little bit. And the, oops, that's another big one. I want a little one. Little one in there like that. So I think that that works quite nicely because you've got the hearts coming out in there, and I quite like them fairly uniform on this one. And then this, I've got "You are loved always, today and always," and again I can put that in over the top. I can put it down underneath. I can put it at an angle. Entirely down to how your preference is and what sort of sentiment you want, but I just wanted to show you that you can make 2. Let's move my little pieces out of the way and bring the other one in. You know, you've got 2. Wait, forgot I hadn't stuck that one down. Let's make sure I get that in on straight. I am going to put dimensionals and things up with this one, I think. And then we've got the "with much love" on there. I've got glue on my fingers so it's sticking. But you know, how lovely is that? Beautiful cards, and you haven't used a single hippo in sight, but you have used all these lovely dies which give you the little flowers and the hearts and things. And as I say, they're completely for free. So if you've turned around and said, "Oh, the hippos aren't for me, I'm not into the cutesy ones," why don't you just get the dies instead? Because you can do lots with them. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.